BTS has become a hot topic of discussion again after a video of their training was widely circulated on social media. In the footage, the fans, known as the ARMY, are alarmed by Jin's seemingly exhausted condition. Along with that, their attention was also drawn to Jungkook, who showed his concern in a heartfelt way. Jin's condition worries the ARMY Kim Seokjin, or familiarly called Jeon, is known as the oldest member of BTS who is always cheerful and full of spirit. However, in the latest rehearsal leak to the public, he looks a little different than usual. His face looked pale, and his movements looked slower compared to his peers. In video footage uploaded by a staffer, Jeon can be seen occasionally patting himself on the shoulder, as if trying to overcome fatigue. Several times, he was also seen looking down and taking a deep breath before returning to continue the choreographic movement. This attitude was immediately noticed by the ARMY, who quickly expressed their concerns on various social media platforms. One fan wrote, "Jeon looks so tired. I hope he's getting enough rest. He always worked too hard for all of us." While another added, "Seokjin Hyung, please take care of your health. The ARMY will always support you. Don't push yourself too hard." This concern is further reinforced by the fact that Jeon is still serving his military service. Despite being in the final stages of his tenure, the strenuous training he underwent to return to the stage seemed quite draining. Jungkook shows his care in a sweet way in the midst of the fans' worries. There was one moment that made ARMY's heart a little calm and touched. Jungkook, BTS's Magne, was caught on camera showing his concern for Jeon in a very sweet way. In the same video, it is seen that Jungkook steals glances at Jeon several times. He seemed to be watching his condition closely. At one point, Jungkook even approached Jeon and gently patted him on the back while whispering something. This moment successfully made the ARMY melt. A fan wrote on Twitter, "Jungkook has always been sensitive to the people around him. She's really a good sister." I'm sure he must have said something that would have made Jeon feel better. Not stopping there, Jungkook also seemed to bring a bottle of water for Jeon in between rehearsals. This small act shows how close the relationship is between the members of BTS, especially between Jungkook and Jeon, who are known to have special chemistry. ARMY hopes Jeon can rest well after the video went viral. Many soldiers hope Jeon could get enough rest before returning to full-fledged activities with BTS. As is known, Jeon is a figure who always tries his best in every opportunity, even when his body shows signs of fatigue. Not a few fans sent messages of support via social media in the hope that Jeon could read and feel strengthened. The campaign with the hashtag #GetWellSoonJeon even became trending on Twitter, showing how much attention and love the ARMY gives to its idol. Although Jin's condition in the video is alarming, Jungkook's sweet action calms the fans a little. The familiarity and mutual care that BTS has always shown is one of the main reasons why they remain a much-loved group around the world. Now, the ARMY can only hope that Jeon will really get enough rest and return in better condition. Health is always a top priority, and BTS themselves also often remind fans to always take care of their respective health. Recently, the K-pop world was shocked again by the circulation of BTS's training videos showing Jin's condition that looked exhausted. The fans, known as the ARMY, quickly reacted and showed their concern for the idol. However, a big question arises. Does this incident really reflect Jin's true condition? Or is it just a scenario deliberately created to attract the attention of the media and fans? Let's delve deeper. Jeon really tired. In the video circulating, Jeon can be seen rubbing his shoulders several times and taking a deep breath as if he was trying to gather strength. The ARMY's reaction was mixed, ranging from worry to calls for Jeon to rest more. However, can we jump to conclusions only from a short video cut? Keep in mind that Jeon is currently still in the final stages of his military service, which, of course, is exhausting. However, BTS is known as a very professional group and always gives their best in every rehearsal and performance. Is it possible that the video only captures a momentary moment when Jean is resting for a moment? Or is there an element of dramatization that is unintentionally or even deliberately displayed? Jungkook and his pedantry spontaneous or planned? One of the moments that caught ARMY's attention the most was when Jungkook showed his concern in a sweet way. He patted Jin's back and brought him water. This reaction sparked praise from fans, but also raised the question, is this purely spontaneous or could it be part of a deliberately constructed narrative? In the entertainment world, it is not uncommon for moments like this to be used to build an image or boost public attention. Jungkook is known as a member who cares deeply about his young, but is it possible that this action was also driven by a desire to create a viral moment that could benefit the group as a whole? Between fact and sensation, how should the ARMY react? As a fan, it's natural for ARMY to feel worried when he sees his idol looking exhausted. However, it is also important to be critical of the news in circulation. In the digital age like today, where social media plays a big role in shaping public opinion, it is not uncommon for information to be manipulated for certain interests. We need to ask, is this video a real picture of Jin's true condition? Or is it just part of a strategy to maintain BTS's relevance amid the fierce competition of the entertainment industry? Is it possible that this video was intentionally edited or cut to make it look more dramatic? Or is this indeed a genuine moment that shows how hard training they go through? Hoax or reality? The decision is in your hands ultimately. The decision to believe or doubt this news is yours as a reader and a fan. There is nothing wrong with showing concern for the genie, but it is also important not to get caught up in a narrative that may have been set up in such a way. What do you think? Do you believe that Jean is really in an alarming state, or is this just a strategy to attract media attention? Is Jungkook's concern a spontaneous act or part of a deliberately constructed image? Let's discuss and think critically before spreading further information. Please leave your opinion in the comments or share this article with your friends to see their perspective. Is this reality, or is it just a sensation? You decide. Jean is pretty tired and almost fainted, exploring the reality behind BTS. Intense workouts in recent days. BTS fans have grown increasingly worried after reports and video footage emerged showing Jean looking extremely exhausted, even nearly collapsing during a training session. This condition further adds to the concerns of the ARMY, who have always admired Jin's dedication and professionalism. Behind this situation, however, an important question arises. Does the apparent extreme tiredness really reflect a serious physical condition? Or is it part of a marketing and presentation strategy deliberately orchestrated to attract the attention of the media and fans? Chronology and visual evidence. When real fatigue is caught on camera, snippets of the video show a moment in which Jean appears to lose rhythm and strength, leading some to conclude that he nearly fainted in the middle of a training session. In the video, Jean is seen being forced to stop for a moment, with gasping for breath and a body that seems barely able to support itself. Some of these moments were taken from a fairly close angle, thus displaying facial expressions that indicate deep fatigue. The immediate reaction from the fans came scattered. Many soldiers wrote on social media, expressing their concern with phrases like, "Hyung, please take care of your health. Don't let this hard work ruin your body," or "We have to make sure Jean gets a proper rest." This concern arises not only because of the love of the fans, but also because they understand how hard the routine is lived by idols. Factors affecting the physical condition of the genie. It is undeniable that the entertainment world, especially the K-pop industry, requires idols to always look their best. A busy training schedule, continuous performances, and the pressure to always give your best performance certainly have an impact on physical and mental condition. For Jean, who has always been known as a responsible and dedicated figure, this challenge is getting tougher, especially in the midst of preparing for a comeback or a big show. Some of the factors that might lead to Jin's seemingly extreme condition include